Raising impunity. Supreme Court's intervention may end arbitrary and targeted demolitions. Demolition of property as a punitive measure against alleged offenders amount to willful subversion of the rule of law. The bulldozer has emerged as a symbol of the state's eagerness to inflict collective punishment in recent times. Many such demolitions cheered on one side by Hindutva proponents and passed off as removal of encroachments on the other by the government machinery demonstrated a pattern in which a spell of communal tension was followed by the deployment of bulldozers and excavators. The Court of India has now ventured to put an end to this culture of immunity by laying down enforceable guidelines and directions to prevent demolition of homes and buildings without following due process. The verdict addresses issues that arose from the spurt in demolitions beginning with Khargon in Madhya Pradesh and Jahangirpur in Delhi in 2022. The several other places over the last 2 years, the bench has recognized the obvious link between the fact that these homes and buildings belong to those accused of offences that took place immediately before the demolition drive. It has ruled that this has a bearing on the rule of law and the principle of separation of powers, as any such punitive use of the law against those accused or guilty of a crime amounts to executive authorities taking over a penal function. It is underpinned its order on the right to shelter which stands breached, as the practice often unfairly targets family members of those allegedly involved. The process laid down by the bench of Justice V.R. Gavai and K.V. Vishwanatha rightly seeks to ensure public accessibility of details regarding such demolitions and aim to prevent unscrupulous officials from backdating notices to create the impression that they were merely following up on previous eviction notices. The order calls for 15 days notice served on the owner by a registered post containing details of the violations as well as ground for the action to be taken. A personal hearing, a reasoned order, and an inspection report signed by witnesses have also been made mandatory. The authorities should designate a digital portal within 3 months with these notices, replies, and orders will be uploaded. Which is additionally significant is that the court has decided to make official accountable for any violations, effectively preventing attempts to backdate notices. The order exempts necessary demolition of encroachments such as those on water bodies, railways, lines, and public spaces from this process. It is now up to the local body authorities to both adhere to the guidelines and ensure compliance, leaving title scope for politically motivated and communally targeted demolitions.